This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
Good evening and welcome to Middlebury, Vermont for tonight's Vermont high school football game between the South Burlington Seawolves and the Middlebury Tigers. Hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Stout. I'll be joined shortly by my broadcast partner Andrew Zerhide, and as we head into the final third of the regular season, both of these teams still alive for a playoff berth. The South Burlington Seawolves sitting at 4-2, and the Middlebury Tigers coming in at 3-3. And Andrew, as we look at both squads, we talk about the Seawolves, combined school of South Burlington due to a lack of numbers at each school. What should we look for tonight from the Seawolves?
Yeah, so for the Seawolves, we're going to be keeping an eye on their quarterback, Duncan McDonald. He's going to be throwing the ball a ton tonight, but also their running back, Manny Dodson. He is a big bruising back. He's going to be picking up a ton of rushing yards.
All right, and for the Middlebury Tigers, they sit at 3-3 in the regular season, coming off a big win at Burton last week. What should we look for from the Tigers?
Yeah, so also for Middlebury, we're going to be keeping an eye on their quarterback, Tim Gettleman. Look for Tim to drop back a lot and really be orchestrating that offense. And we're also going to be keeping an eye on junior number 14, Tyler Buxton. He's going to be big, picking up a ton of rushing yards here tonight.
All right, it's the Seawolves and the Tigers, the YCN game of the week. It's next.
This YCN segment is brought to you by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome back. Kickoff here from Middlebury, Vermont. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. We are ready to get underway. Middlebury Tigers kicking off to the South Burlington Seawolves, and we are underway. Ball is bouncing around and fielded at the 10-yard line, and the Tigers special teams arriving on the kickoff return rapidly, and it's a no gain for the kick return man, and the Seawolves will set up. They'll get it to about the 15-yard line, so that's where we'll start tonight. And Andrew, as we talked about in the pregame, both these teams still alive for a playoff berth. As we see from last year, South Burlington, before they merged, the Burlington record was 7-2. They were the number 4 seed, and Middlebury the 5 seed. As the rush goes up the middle, and on the carry there,
Dodson, the ball carrier.
number 12, Manny Dodson.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
Well, Andrew, as you said, we'll see a lot of running, and we open it up in that first one with a nice 5-yard gain, or 4-yard gain, for the Seawolves. And once again, with 2 men in the backfield, they look like they'll be keeping it on the ground, and they do give it to the big man again, Dodson, and off the left side for a handful of yards. That'll bring up third down.
Yeah, Dodson, definitely a big physical back. He's coming off the field now. Third down. Dodson also basketball player on the Burlington squad, the Seahorses. He plays multiple sports.
And you can see why with that frame.
Right.
Tall guy. It's good in the backfield and on the basketball court. So 3rd down and 3, and the handoff again goes off to the right, and this time it'll go for a handful of yards and a first down, and it looked like that carry was number 32, Kai Schmidt.
Schmidt on the carry.
And a first down at the 25-yard line. So 3 plays, 3 rushes, and a first down for the Seawolves.
With the ball on the 25.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, serving brick oven pizza and much more.
McDonald in the shotgun. He'll hand it off once again to Dodson, and he's off the left side. This time he's stopped for only a short gain. And that might have been Schmidt, excuse me.
Buxton and company on the stop that time. Gain of 2, second and 8.
So only a 2-yard gain. And Andrew, the one thing the Seawolves have to be careful of is this Middlebury Tigers defense. If they know they're going to run, they're going to stack the box, as we see right now, really. I mean, you've got a couple guys, but you can see the safeties sneaking up in that line of scrimmage. They're only 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. So the direct snap and the run by McDonald, and he's a little bit shy of, or just over the 30-yard line, excuse me. So he gets to the 31-yard line and pick up a couple of yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 4 yards.
And
4 yards to go here. Really, these running kind of offenses, that's what they're trying to do, set them up with 3rd and short, try to get those first down conversions on 3rd down. But 4 to go here, not exactly easy.
Yeah, we saw it last time with the big 3rd down pickup. We'll see if South Burlington can do it again, and the outside pitch to Schmidt. He goes off the right side. He's going to be short of the first down, but a flag on the play in the backfield. That's probably going to be a holding in that area of holding.
Yeah, I don't know if Middlebury might want to decline this because Seahorses did not get the first down. So that would force 4th down.
Yeah, they will decline it, it looks like. I don't know if they've officially made the call. He was motioning to the bench.
Penalty against
And it is a penalty, but it looks like it was a after the ball, dead ball foul. So the penalty is going to be marched off, and the down's going to count. It was after the play was over, and that's a long penalty. The ball was spotted just shy of the 35, and the ball's all the way back to the 19-yard line. So it was a 15-yard penalty. Now on 4th and long, Seawolves will punt it away. So we'll see what they do here on the punt formation. 2 guys deep for the Tigers, and this one will be returnable, and it's returned from the 50-yard line by Simon Fisher. Makes a couple moves, and then he is wrapped up and pushed back. It'll be at the 47-yard line of the Seawolves. When we come back, you're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and the Tigers take over on the Seawolves side of the 50, their first possession. And the handoff up the middle, and we've got about 5 defenders immediately in on the ball carrier, and that'll go for no gain. And Andrew, what should we expect? We talked about it. Again, a lot of running from this team as well. The Tigers, they're going to keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah, they definitely will. I think definitely going to be a running game. The clock is going to be ticking. And both of these games coming into this, I believe, have scored a total of 143 points combined through 6 weeks, both of these offenses. So definitely expect some scoring tonight.
So Gettleman under center. It looks like number 33, Thatcher Trudeau, in the backfield. And this one goes to Fisher. He goes off to the wide right side, and he only is able to turn the corner for a couple of yards, but he'll make it 3rd and 7, depending on where they spot the ball. They do have to get to the 39-yard line to get the first down. And the ball spotted at the 46, so 3rd and 7. And now we'll see, Andrew, if the Tigers have to go through the air to try and pick up this first down, or maybe it's 4 down territory. You're on the other side of the 50. Maybe try something.
Yeah, and if Middlebury's head coach, if he has faith in his defense, he might as well go for it on 4th.
So Gettleman under center, running back behind him, and it's going to be a delay of game, I believe. So the Tigers will be pushed back 5 more yards, and that makes the third down call even tougher, as we'll see 3rd and 12 now back at the 48-yard line.
The ball back on the other side of midfield. It's going to be 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12.
It's a long 12, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13. Either way, you got to imagine you're going to put it in the air. Man goes in motion. That's number 14, Tyler Buxton. And he gets the pass, and it is incomplete. You got to be careful there, Andrew. That looked like it could have been backwards and a lateral, and it could have been a fumble, live ball.
Yeah, that was close, and number 14, Buxton there, almost batted the ball up, and maybe a defender could have intercepted it. So a little risky there, but the Tigers force a punt here quickly. Both teams' defense is looking strong right now.
So on the first possession for the Seawolves, they get 1 first down, and then they stall out on 3rd down. They pick up a big penalty, knock them back into punt formation, and then here again, Middlebury on 3rd down with the penalty knocks them back, and then 4th down, nothing going, and the punt is away. Wyatt Cameron punts it and goes out of bounds. And the Seawolves will take over at the 35 when we come back from Middlebury, Vermont. YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Seawolves taking over for their 2nd offensive possession in this first quarter, and the pitch going to number 32, Kai Schmidt, the junior running back, and he is off tackle for a yard, gets to the 36-yard line, maybe a half a yard. We'll bring up 2nd down and a long 9. They have to get to the 45 for a first down. This is their 2nd possession, and we have yet to see them attempt to pass. We'll see what happens here as the shotgun snap goes to Pepperillo, and he makes a nice pass outside. Ball is caught, almost fumbled, but the completion to Basaru Diawara.
4 on the play. Buxton and company on the tackle. Going to bring up a
4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5 yards. Ball is not quite touching the 40, so it's 6 yards officially, 3rd and 6 from the 39.
Next week, the YCN Game of the Week will be traveling to Woodstock as the Wasps host their rivals, the Yellow Jackets of Windsor.
McDonald in the shotgun, empty backfield. He'll take the pass and throws to Kelly. Tenzin Kelly catches it on the left sideline, falls forward for a couple yards, but not going to be enough, and they'll spot this one at the 42-yard line. It will bring up 4th and 3. And it's just not going to be close enough for the Seawolves to go for it, and they'll have to punt for the 2nd time tonight. So 2 possessions and 2 punts. Kick is away, 2 deep men, and one of them calls for a fair catch, and that will be at the 30-yard line, where the Tigers will take over for their 2nd possession. No score, 5:14 to play in the first quarter. We're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, Middlebury Tigers, and the South Burlington Seawolves. Tigers taking over for their 2nd possession, going 3 and out on their first one, and this one on first down goes for about 5 yards to the 35-yard line. And Andrew, we've seen maybe, 2 passes so far, 1 incompletion by the Tigers, and then 1 completion there by the Seawolves. So a lot of running and a lot of defense so far.
Yeah, well, the Seawolves coming into this game have only given up 66 points, while the Tigers' defense has given up 154. So definitely different defenses, but so far tonight, both have been strong.
And the handoff up the middle, immediately getting tackled is the ball carrier, number 33, Trudeau. And he will be stopped at the 36-yard line.
Bring up a 3rd and 4.
So we'll bring up 3rd and 4, another 3rd down. Middlebury 0 for 1 on their only 3rd down attempt. Getting knocked back with a delay of game, made it a 3rd and really long. Couldn't convert on the pass attempt. So Gittleman under center. Man in motion is Buxton. And the handoff, nice one by Simon Fisher, who takes it for a 1st down, Tigers.
Nice run by Fisher there, right up the middle. Biggest offensive play of the night so far for Middlebury, moving the chains forward. Fans clapping, they want to see some offense from their team.
A little bit of a misdirection play there as all the action was going to the left, and then Buxton cuts it off to the right. Had a hole on the defensive line and took it for a nice gain, and it's a 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Gittleman on the keeper. He's got some room. He's around the corner. He's across midfield. He's almost to the sticks, and it will be 2nd down and 1.
This run by Gittleman there, right off the snap. He was running hard, trying to get that edge on the right side. A couple of solid rushing plays right now. Tigers picking up their 2nd 1st down of the drive. See if they can convert here.
They don't really have to get much here. They've got basically not even a yard to go. It's really 2nd and a foot maybe. Looking where the ball is spotted at the 46.5-yard line. Have to get to the 46 for a 1st down. Gittleman drops back to pass. He's chased in the pocket, and he's tackled at the 50-yard line. So a loss of 4 yards.
Ball back in midfield.
I don't know if that was a designed keeper. He was rolling out looking for a man, but just wasn't able to get anybody open and not able to pull the ball down.
Yeah, that was 68 Brett Bowman and 20 Robbie Mafuta there from the Seawolves in on that play. Nice job by them knocking the Tigers back a few yards.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 at midfield. Fisher in motion. Gittleman with a fake handoff and keeps it, and he's got enough for the 1st down to the 45-yard line of the Seawolves. That'll move the chains, and another 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. They'll reset and start the clock. Clock moving here. 1st quarter of action, no score. This game has really been basically played between the 30-yard lines of each team, not really either team getting deep into the other team's territory. Most successful drive of the night, I'd think, and that pitch goes to Fisher, but he's going to be chased down before he can get to the corner. Maybe dives back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like he's going to lose a yard.
Tune in every Saturday at 9 p.m. for Sports Wrap, taking a look at local high school sports.
So here we go. 2nd down and 12. Clock moving inside 90 seconds to play in this 1st quarter. A quarter that has featured a lot of running and a lot of good defensive line play. Even the times that the Tigers have broken for 1st downs, they haven't been explosive plays. They've been tackled, 7 to 10 yards past the line of scrimmage. So the fake handoff, and then the handoff goes to Buxton, and as we say that, the largest gain of the night. That's going to be close to a 1st down at the 35-yard line, maybe a 12-yard gain, depending on where they spot that. And the ref puts the ball down at the 35. It's going to be short, just short. So 3rd and inches, inside a minute to play. And they are going to call it a 1st down. The sticks are on the opposite side of the field from where we are, so couldn't really tell exactly, and they will give it a 1st down. So I think that was the right call. The ball looked like it was across the 35-yard line. So 1st down here, and Tigers a successful drive. See if they can keep it going. Gittleman under center, Trudeau in the backfield, Fisher in motion. Fake handoff, and then the handoff goes to number 14, and that's Buxton again. And he blasts free, and he gets another 1st down, but a flag on the play.
Baker in on the stop.
So a big gainer on that
There's
one.
a
It looks like
flag
that
on
was
the field.
almost maybe a 14-yard gain. We'll see what they do with the penalty.
This quarter really has gone by extremely fast. 25 seconds left.
Keeping the ball on the ground,
Right.
and it looks like that's going to go against
Personal
Burlington,
foul,
South
finish
Burlington.
line.
A 15-yard personal foul,
Wow.
or half the distance to the goal line, excuse me, because
They're
it's
gonna
inside
move
the red
ball
zone.
down to the 10.
And it brings them to the
Where it's gonna be
10-yard
first
line, and
and
if you're
10
Middlebury,
for the Tigers.
this
Ball kicked
offense
out for
has
the 10.
really moved the chains, even when you've got a third down, even when you're behind the
Right.
line of scrimmage, been able to pick up the yardage. So clock moving, quite possibly the final play of the first quarter, 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. Gentleman dropping back. Flag on the play. The pass goes to Buxton for the touchdown. Flag down. I think it's going to be, it is going to be against the Tigers. A block, chop block below the waist, some type of illegal block.
Shot block against
That one,
Middlebury.
yeah, that's coming back.
Just gave the quarterback Gettleman enough time to get that pass away, and the chop block penalty is going to knock him back to what looks to be the 26-yard line. And that's where it will be first and 25. So I think they can get a first down. If I'm seeing that correctly, the sticks are just outside the end zone.
I believe if my math is correct, the Seawolves have only given up 9 touchdowns through 6 weeks. So that would have been just the 10th given up by the Seawolves.
Penalty negates the touchdown, and we'll do that play again, except a little deeper, a little further back for the Tigers. And this handoff once again goes to Buxton. He's off the left side. He breaks free. Can he get to the end zone? He falls short. The ball's fumbled, but the ball goes out of bounds, so it'll stay Tigers' possession, but it will be down at the 6-yard line, so that'll bring up second down
Going to be second
and
and
5 from the 6.
With the
So a good
ball
play
on
there
the 6.
from the Tigers
Yeah.
to end the first
Timeout
quarter.
out in the first quarter.
So a lot of running and a lot of defense. Can the Tigers get on the scoreboard? They're knocking on the door at the 6-yard line at the end of one. No score. Tigers Seawolves. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Second quarter of action about to begin. Gettleman taking the handoff and giving it straight up the middle to Trudeau, who gains a few yards but short of the goal line. And Andrew, a fast-moving first quarter. No score. We talk about these teams keeping it on the ground, and that's what they did, all but a few plays in that first quarter.
Right, pretty typical from high school football teams. Running the ball a ton. It's kind of rare for teams to have a really skilled quarterback with a strong, accurate arm, so that's what we're seeing here tonight, a ton of rushes on the ground.
So 3rd and 3. Tigers can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, and that handoff up the middle again to Trudeau, and he falls forward for another couple of yards.
gets up to the
I
2.
believe it's going to be a yard short of the first down, 2 yards short of the end zone. So that will bring up 4th down and a yard. Or did they give him the first down? The scoreboard says first down. The ball marker says 4th down. I believe it is 4th down. So
Timeout on the field, Middlebury.
timeout on the field. Middlebury wants to talk this one over. 4th down and 1 from the 2. 10:48 to play here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Welcome back. 4th and 1 from the 2-yard line for the Tigers. Looking to pick up a first down or punch it in here. Gettleman with the keeper. And it looks like he's going to fall forward into the end zone. So Gettleman with the keeper goes behind the lead blocker Trudeau for the touchdown. Tigers on the board, 6-0.
Nice job by Middlebury there with that drive. Going deep down the field, picking up a ton of first downs. Had to fight through some penalties. Eventually got the score. Middlebury up by 6, just the 10th touchdown allowed by the Seawolves on the year.
Yeah, after that first play from the 11-yard line, they moved it back to the 26-yard line, so it was 1st and 25, and they end up getting the 26 yards they needed for the touchdown, and the extra point is up and good. 7-0. Tigers open the scoring. 10:42 to play here in the half. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Tigers leading the Seawolves 7-0. Second quarter of action. The kickoff is botched a little bit by the Seawolves, but then picked up and returned by number 7, Cameron Yee. And he's immediately tackled, but not before he gets a few yards back after the fumble kickoff, and it'll go to the 25, 26-yard line. We'll see where the refs spot the ball. 25-yard line, and that's where South Burlington will take over.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Mascoma Savings Bank, mutually owned with no shareholders to please. If you want your local event televised into YCN's nearly 300,000 TV households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
Shotgun snap and the handoff to number 32, Schmidt. He goes left tackle.
He is gone.
He's got daylight. No one's going to catch him. Is one guy going to push him out? No, that does not get the tackle. Simon Fisher can't get the tackle, but a flag way back at the 25-yard line.
I think this one's definitely coming back. I think there's a hold. I think that's what the ref just signaled. Some of the Seawolves didn't realize there was a flag and they were celebrating, but that one is coming back. And nice run there by Schmidt, beat a couple of guys, but because of the hold, maybe he had more room than he should have. So that one will come back. Unfortunate for the Seawolves.
Yeah, that's always a tough one to see because obviously the hold helped him,
Right.
but how much? Because
Yeah.
he really had the corner, he really had the speed, and he had a touchdown if not for the holding penalty. So that'll come all the way back, and they'll replay the down.
16.
Ball will be marked
Or
back
it's going to be
to,
1st and 19.
I guess they're going to say it's at the 16-yard line. They need to get to the 35 for a first down. So first down and 19. Quarterback in the shotgun, 2 running backs next to him, and the pass goes out on the right flank there. Number 20, Makuta, catching the pass and running out of bounds, but not before he gains 8 or 9 yards back on that catch. So it'll bring up second down and 11.
Or it's going to be 2nd and 11.
YCN is affiliated with the Heroes and Icons Network on WYCI and WYCU. Watch our new programs every weekday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and MyTV on WYCI from 8 to 10 p.m. and Outside Television on WYCX.
So second down and 11. Quarterback in the shotgun, and then the handoff immediately to Manny Dodson, who falls forward. Looks like he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. And Andrew, we've seen this South Burlington squad through a couple passes with a little bit of success, as we just saw on the previous play. So I would imagine on 3rd and 10, you got to air it out here.
Yeah, I think so. Backed up this far, too. You're definitely not going for it on 4th down. So trying to pick up 10 yards here. I think you got to keep it through the air.
And it looks like Paparillo in the shotgun. He'll keep it and drop back to pass. He goes over the middle of the field. It's tipped and then falls in place. Nice defensive effort there by the Tigers.
Yeah, I think number 43, Mason Kaufman, was there from Middlebury to bat that ball away. And Seawolves may be lucky that wasn't intercepted. The ball was floating in the air for a while. But nice job by the Tigers secondary.
Yeah, threw that one into a little bit of traffic, but like you said, got lucky it wasn't intercepted, so that'll bring up 4th down and 10, and the punt unit will be out there. A little bit of a low line drive kick, couple hops, and it's not going to be fielded. It'll go out of bounds, and the Tigers will take over at the 34-yard line, leading 7-0. 8:49 to play in the first half. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by New London Hospital, an affiliate of Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. 1st down and 10. Tigers at their own 34-yard line. And a penalty flag flies before the play. And a false start on the Tigers. So a penalty that will back them up and put them in 1st and 15 at the 30-yard line. Well, Andrew, the first drive really took up the first scoring drive, from the Tigers. This last drive took up a lot of time. They used a lot of clock. They ran a lot of plays. 8:49 to play here. They could really control this clock and go into the locker room maybe up 14-0. As he immediately passes it and an incompletion. Just as I'm talking about them running the ball and keeping the clock moving, they throw an incomplete pass.
Yeah, right off the hands of Tyler Buxton there. The junior just couldn't hang on. They're hoping he can catch the ball as well as run, but they're dropping it. So let's see what they decide to do here on 2nd and long.
Yeah, 2nd and 15. Gettleman under center. Man goes in motion. That's Fisher. And Buxton keeps it. Fighting forward. Looks like he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, so now at least gives them a shot at it with a 3rd and 10.
Now premiering every Saturday night at 6 p.m. is Yankee Chronicle, followed by Vermont Rap with Keith Hansen. Compelling interviews and provocative commentary regarding today's hot-button political and social issues in Vermont.
3rd and 10. Tigers looking to convert here on 3rd down. Getting pushed back with a penalty on the first play, an incompletion, and then a 5-yard run to get the penalty yardage back. Gettleman dropping back. He's chased out of the pocket. He's just going to have to throw it away. Did have a couple receivers in the area, so it won't be intentional grounding. And he was out of the pocket. It'll be 4th down and 10 from their own 35, and they'll have to punt it away. Inside 8 minutes to play here in this second quarter, and we've seen a much different second quarter than we did in the first quarter. Both these teams opening it up a little bit, trying to get the ball in the air. And unfortunately for both squads, they haven't had much luck so far.
Yeah, both squads ready to defend the run. Definitely the right move so far. I wasn't expecting this to really be a defensive battle. I thought both offenses were going to score a ton, but so far just 7-0.
Punt is away. It's a good one. It'll be bouncing and then fielded by number 80. Javin Sears, kind of unexpectedly, and he runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line where the Seawolves will take over. 7:45 to play here in the second quarter from Middlebury, Vermont, where the Tigers lead the Seawolves 7-0 on the YCN Game of the Week.
We should just work together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Yep.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Seawolves and the Tigers. Seawolves taking over here at their own 40-yard line after the punt. Nice defensive effort. 3 and out for the Tigers. And on the first play from scrimmage, the Seawolves are able to manage 4 yards up to the 44-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 6. And if you're Burlington, South Burlington, really got to move the ball. They've not had a lot of luck moving these first downs, moving the chains, gaining first downs. And good field position to start.
Right.
Here's where you really got to do it. In the shotgun and the handoff immediately goes to Dodson, number 32. And he's had a lot of the carries. Excuse me, Schmidt was the ball carrier there, I believe.
With the ball in midfield.
They get the first down, 1st and 10, ball at midfield. 7-0. Clock moving here in a game that could go a long way for playoff positioning. 4-2 Burlington, South Burlington, and a 3-3 Middlebury squad. Like I said at the opener, coming off a big win at Burton, Division II team. And that ball is run up the middle, and a nice gain by 32 Schmidt. Like about 6 yards there, and they'll leave them with 2nd and 4.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact on tonight's contest.
So McDonald in the shotgun. He's got Schmidt behind him. And Dodson to his right. The handoff goes to Schmidt, who drives forward, falls on the tackle, and he gains maybe a yard, maybe a half a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 2 yards.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by MJ Harrington, jewelers and designers in Newport, New Hampshire. And you can watch any of our local shows anytime at YCNnow.com.
In the shotgun, and the direct snap is to number 12, Dodson, who falls for it, and he'll keep it for a 1st down. The Seawolves not really picking up big plays and big sets of yardage, but getting just enough and moving the chains a couple times on this drive, maybe their best possession of the night.
Yeah, Seawolves definitely trying to tie this thing up before halftime, and just 1 touchdown so far in this game. Wasn't expecting that. Both of these offenses can really score points.
So again in the shotgun, and that's Dodson who keeps it and runs off the right side. He avoids one tackler and gets to the corner before he's dragged down by another tackler, but a nice run there, and that looks like that's almost 20-yard run, and easily a 1st down, and Dodson almost bottled up at the line of scrimmage and then breaks out free for a nice run and a 1st down.
Yeah, nice strong run there by Dodson. He's definitely their power back. Breaking a tackle, rushing to the outside, picking up the 1st down and more. Nice run by Manny.
So 1st down and 10, and that handoff goes to Robbie Mafuda, and he is bottled up behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a few yards, and that will bring up 2nd down and long.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all of your printing needs. Check for all of our air times by clicking on schedules at YCNnow.com.
Well, even though the Burlington, South Burlington team is running it 90% of the time, they are doing a good job of mixing up the runs.
Yep.
They're running some misdirections, they're running some direct snaps, they're running some off tackles, a host of different running backs. Here we see a pitch that goes to Schmidt. And he only gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up 3rd down and long. But once again, a different play, a different ball carrier. And at this point, you got to be thinking probably 4-down territory. You're not in punting, and that's too long of a field goal for at this level.
Yeah, I would agree. And also, under 4 minutes left to play here in the half. So you got the clock on your side if the Tigers were able to get the ball back. The Seawolves, they want to score and tie this game right here.
The pass goes outside to Diawara, and he crosses the 25. He's tackled at the 24-yard line, so gains back a handful of yards. That'll go back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. But like I said, you're not going to punt it here, and it would be a 43-yard field goal, 42-yard field goal, so you're not going to kick it. And like you said, there's going to be inside 3 minutes as we hit the 3-minute mark here. But your defense has really played great. I mean, there has been that one drive that you gave up the touchdown. But other than that, I think if you're Coach McDonald, you have a lot of faith in your defense here. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. So Coach McDonald wants to talk it over before the 4th down play. 2:50 to play here in the half. 7-0 Tigers. We're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
Coming up next week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Big 4th down here for the Seawolves. 4th and 10. Dropping back to pass. Has a man in the corner. Just overthrows Tenzin Kelly. And he had a step on the defender.
Yeah, Tenzin Kelly almost reeled it in. Maybe the ball was just overthrown. Zachary Dunn, though, the senior defender from the Tigers, was there. If it was a perfect pass, I think it would have been a touchdown. But just couldn't haul it in. And that's a big stop there for the Tigers here, playing at home. And the 2:44, they're going to try to march down the field and add to their lead.
So they'll have to get all the way down the field as they start at the 23-yard line. So it'll need to be a nice long drive here. They do have some timeouts left. It says 2 timeouts on the scoreboard if that's accurate. And Gettleman will hand it off to the first ball carrier. The first up man is number 14, and that's Buxton. And he gets a 1st down at the 37-yard line, and a big 1st down. That'll move the chains.
In addition to airing on our 3 TV stations, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure anytime at ycnnow.com.
Gettleman, another inside handoff, and they had a whole bunch of motion on that one. Fisher takes the ball and runs forward for a couple of yards at the 40-yard line, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 7 or 8 yards. 2nd and 8. Clock moving here as we approach 2 minutes to play before the half. Tigers with the ball and leading 7-0. Gettleman dropping back to pass. He's got a little time, and he throws it intercepted. And that is a nice interception there by number 36, Nico Strempek. And he is tripped up immediately after the interception. The Seawolves take over at the 38-yard line. And Andrew, we haven't seen Tigers air it out much, and maybe that's why.
Yeah, I think Gettleman was rushed there. He was trying to avoid some pressure, and it felt like he had to get rid of the ball quickly, but unfortunately just threw it right over the middle into traffic, and it was picked off. So you definitely see why the Tigers more of a running style offense, and that's just unfortunate for Middlebury. It felt like after that stop, they maybe had a chance to score.
So now we flip the script, and the Seawolves have a chance to get on the board before halftime as the pitch goes wide to the right side to Corey, and he's tackled. So both these teams airing it out a couple times with some different results.
Cameron and company on the stop that time.
The Seawolves throwing a pass over the middle that was tipped and almost intercepted, but fell incomplete, and then that ball over the middle, and that's why it's tough. No matter what level of football, throwing over the middle is always dangerous. And the Tigers found out the hard way there as they threw the interception and gave the ball back to the Seawolves, who are content to run the ball. And not a lot of time, but if you're the Seawolves, you don't want to give up a big play. You just run the ball. Maybe you break something, get a score here. If you don't, you go into the locker room only down 7-0.
Yeah, definitely stick to the ground. Try to rattle off a big run, get some blocks. Just don't throw the ball. Don't allow yourself to make any big mistake that could lead to points against you.
Paparillo in the shotgun. He's going to throw it out to the right side, and that one goes incomplete, and that one was intended for Javin Sears. but a good throw. The only place that it was going to go was into the receiver's hand or incomplete.
Yeah, good throw. No risk there. Nice job by the Seawolves quarterback, McDonald. 4th down here about midfield. Sure, they will punt this one away. 44 seconds left.
So 4th down and a long 3 yards, but no sense in chancing it here. They will be in the punt formation. And the punt has got has a little pressure on him, but it's away, and then it looks like it's going to be returned, but it's going to go backwards, and that's where the Tigers will take over back on their own 16-yard line. So not exactly what you drew up if you were the Tigers there. I tried the fake handoff, but the Seawolves weren't faked out, and they wrapped up the punt return man.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, serving brick oven pizza and much more. And hey, local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN's Brett Franklin Sports Talk Show can be seen on YCN's WYCX Outside Television at midnight every weekday.
So with only 30 seconds to go here in the half, the Tigers will just snap it, take a knee, and they might have to snap it one more time, but not before. No, there's no timeout call. The refs are going to say you don't have to snap it again. Play clock matches up, and you've got time to run off, and the Tigers will run it off. So a very low-scoring first half. The Tigers, the only ones to get on the board. They lead 7-0 over Burlington. South Burlington will take a break, come back with the second half on the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by New London Hospital, an affiliate of Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Welcome back, second half action. We are about to get underway. Middlebury Tigers leading Burlington, South Burlington Seawolves. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we are underway in the second half. Tigers take the kickoff, and the handoff goes to number 11, and he breaks free. That's Simon Fisher. He's got plenty of daylight. Can he get to the corner? And he gets to the end zone for the touchdown. So off the opening kickoff to start the second half, something like a 79-yard touchdown run by Fisher.
80-yard kick for the TD. One back for the TD.
What a way to open the second half, and the handoff went to Fisher, and he got the corner.
For donating his winnings back
and
to
the
Friends of Middlebury
touchdown
football.
there to put
Thank you, Michael.
the Tigers up 13-0, and the extra point coming up here. Trying to make it 14-0, and crowd hadn't even settled into their seats for the second half, and we got a score.
Yeah, what a huge play there by Fisher. Got the blocks he needed, ran up the right sideline, got that touchdown. And that one is blocked.
Middlebury kick is blocked. Extra point, that's no good.
79-yard kickoff return touchdown.
Seawolves 0.
Missed extra point. It's 13-0 Tigers on the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and the Tigers have just added to their lead with a 79-yard kickoff return touchdown. Go up 13-0. Extra point was blocked. Now the Seawolves will take it back the other way, and they get a nice little return to the 30-yard line before they're tackled, and that's where South Burlington will start their first drive of the second half. And Andrew, 13-0. No one expected that from this Tigers team right out of the locker room.
Yeah, huge kickoff return. Simon Fisher, the senior. What a big play there to begin the third quarter. Trying to get some momentum here. Up 13-0, and that blocked extra point that could come back to haunt them. Just a two-possession game right now.
Yeah, and this South Burlington team has really played good defense. Obviously, only the one touchdown on defense, the special teams touchdown there. And we'll see what they do on offense. The handoff goes to number 32. That's Schmidt. He cuts it to the corner, and he gets to the outside. A big first down run, and he gets up to the 49-yard line for a first down, Seawolves.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
First down and 10 from the 49. Nice run there by Schmidt. Let's see if they can repeat that. They need to get on the board here as they've been shut out so far. And the pitch goes again to Schmidt. He cuts to the outside. A little bit of a hesitation. He's back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
Nice job by Middlebury's defense there. A lot of their guys ran to the left and met the running back behind the line of scrimmage, so they knocked them back a couple of yards. Tigers defense right now, they're recording a shutout.
Yeah, this Tigers defense weren't sure what to expect, and they've played pretty well. And the penalty flag going to go on illegal motion, I believe, against or illegal substitution on the Seawolves. So a 5-yard penalty, that'll knock them back. And that'll bring up second down, and it looks like it's going to be about 16 yards. They were already at second and 11, so.
The Seawolves puts the ball back to the 44.
Yeah, second and 15, I guess, is where they'll spot it. The refs are going to talk about this one. It looks like the ball's already been spotted, so I think that was the call. And it was against the Seawolves. But just clarification to Coach McDonald that it was a legal substitution. So we'll have second down and 15.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all of your printing needs and check for all of our airtimes by clicking on schedules at ycnnow.com.
McDonald in the shotgun. He'll keep it, and he passes to the somewhat open Kelly. Had a man open, but just overthrew him. Tenzin Kelly with a quick slant towards the middle of the field. Just overthrown, so not a great pass there, and that'll bring up third down and long. And if you're the Seawolves, comes up to a very interesting situation here. You haven't had a lot of luck through the air, but third and long, you got to keep going with the pass. So we'll see what they do here. McDonald keeps it himself, rolls out to the left. It looks like he's going to throw it. He does get the pass off, and the completion to number 2, Diawara. And he's close to the first down. We'll see where they mark it.
Not a bad play there. McDonald avoiding some pressure. Maybe he was going to scramble, but decided to throw to Diawara. That's almost a first down. I think the refs are maybe going to want to measure this.
Yeah,
very close.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring the chains out very close. Obviously, if they don't get the first down, it's an automatic go for it here on fourth down, especially down 2 touchdowns. The ball's actually on the Tigers' side of the field. Nose of the football, where will it land, or where will the sticks land? About 6 inches short. So fourth down.
Fourth down.
Fourth down and 12 inches. Seawolves hurrying up to the line. They're ready to go once the ball is spotted. Fourth down and 1. Shotgun snap, and Up the middle is Schmidt, and that's going to be another close one. Excuse me, that was Dodson.
Yeah, that is a very close one.
And they're going to give him a first down without even measuring. Now they're going to say, let's bring the chains out, and one of them had already moved. We'll bring the chains back out for a measurement here, and it looked like he had it at first, but then was he pushed back? Obviously, forward progress would give him the first down, so we'll see where they go, and it is short. From that angle, it doesn't look like he picked up anything.
I think no gain there. What a huge stop for Middlebury. When you see 4th and short, you expect the team to just kind of dive forward, maybe a quarterback sneak, just a simple little run up the middle, but Middlebury's defense making a big stand, and they will take over just beyond their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, and Manny Dodson, he's been a good runner tonight, but I'm surprised that they didn't have him under center where he was right there. He's such a big guy.
Yeah.
He'd have plenty of room to get some leverage, but instead he starts 5 yards in the backfield. He's going to gain 6 yards. So questionable play call there from the Seawolves head coach, and that's going to maybe keep him up at night depending on how the rest of this game goes, because they had picked up some nice yardage there, and they were maybe driving for a touchdown. But now the defense will have to come up with a stop as we're inside 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Still up 13-0 are the Tigers. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Gettleman under center. And fumbled snap, but not before a penalty flag, so we'll see what the call is on the field. It must be on the, imagine it's on the Tigers, maybe a false start.
Yeah, it looks like Robbie Mafuta there from the Seawolves moved, but maybe he jumped because someone on the Tigers line jumped.
No, they're going to call it offside. Offside penalty against the Seawolves will bring up very manageable 2nd down and 4 yards to go.
$48 sold, $3.24 to the
Next
winner.
week's the YCN Game of the Week will be traveling to Woodstock as the Wasps host their rivals, the Yellow Jackets of Windsor. This game will premiere next Saturday night at 7 p.m. on WYCU and WYCI, and at 5 p.m. on WYCX.
Buxton, the ball is on the ground. Seawolves looked like they had it, but then they may have lost it, and it is Seawolves football. That exchange from Gettleman to Buxton was never really secure. Buxton fumbled it, and then 3 Seawolves defenders were right there to pick it up, and they have possession. So a big play there by the Seawolves. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by M.J. Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Seawolves with a big forced fumble, and they pick up the loose football. They get it back and take over at the 49-yard line of the Tigers, where they start with a running play and a gain of about 3 yards to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
YCN is affiliated with the Heroes and Icons Network on WYCI and WYCU. Watch all of our new programs every weekday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. and MyTV on WYCI from 8 to 10 p.m. and Outside Television on WYCX.
2nd down and 7. Handoff goes to number 32, and that is Kai Schmidt, who gets to the left side but can't turn the corner before he's gang tackled at the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't quite get back to the 45-yard line. He'll be at the 46, well, that'll bring up 3rd down. And this Middlebury defense, really stingy, obviously giving up no points tonight, but even in these 2 drives in the second half, they really held their own at the defensive line.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of containing Dodson and Kai Schmidt. Middlebury defense very strong right now.
Quarterback keeper, and he is absolutely taken out.
Turner on the stop, McDonald on the carry.
5-yard loss.
That's number 76, Josh Kerr there with the tackle. Defensive tackle there, the senior. Nice job by him. He's a big guy, 6 feet tall, 175. Kerr quickly in on that play. And now another 4th down for the Seawolves. Looks like they will punt this one away.
Another 3 and out. The Seawolves player getting late on the field. Making sure they have the full punt coverage team in there. Kick is away. It's a nice booming kick, which takes a bounce and a little bit of a Seawolves bounce. They will down it at the 16-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over, leading 13-0. 6:58 to play in the third quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
We want to thank Ronnie Kerr, who won the 50-50 raffle.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Tigers leading the Seawolves 13-0 in the third quarter. A little bit of a sloppy third quarter here as the opening kickoff to start the second half was returned for a touchdown, and then after that, teams have traded a couple punts, an interception, and the Tigers have the ball back deep in their own territory to start it. Much different than that first half, which was a lot of good defense, but there was a lot of good running plays, and teams were mixing it up, going back and forth down the field. This one's kind of been a little bit of a slow start.
Yeah, there were long drives in that first half, but so far in this third quarter, it's been very quick ones.
Gettleman drops the snap.
Wow.
It was under center, and it looks like they're going to say the Seawolves have it,
Wow.
and they will. So the players were saying they had it, and the referees were right there as well, saying Seawolves football. So all of a sudden, turn the tables. Burlington South. Burlington comes away with it, and they will have great field position at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll take over, Andrew. If this is a chance to score for Seawolves, they've got to do it right now.
Yeah, really a gift for Burlington South Burlington. I'm not sure if that fumble was forced or not, or if that was just Middlebury's offense fumbling the ball there, but the Seawolves take over big time.
So the handoff goes up the middle, and that one's to Dodson, who is able to run for, it looks like, almost a first down. We'll see where they spot it.
There was enough for a first down.
And they will say first down. So that'll be first and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line. Inside 6 minutes here to go in the third quarter. Seawolves need a score here. McDonald in the shotgun. The handoff up the middle. And no signal yet. That one was Vinny Dodson. The big ball carrier will be short of the end zone. Second down and goal from the 2.
And on the previous drive in this quarter, the Seawolves were stopped on 4th and about a foot. So nothing is guaranteed. Middlebury Tigers definitely going to fight to keep this touchdown off the board.
And they give it again to Dodson, and this one time he does get it in. So Manny Dodson with the 2-yard touchdown run to put the Seawolves on the board, 13-6 here with 5:15 to play in this third quarter.
Nice run there by Dodson. Basically just up the middle there. Got over the line. Brought through a defender. Nice job by him, and nice job by Seawolves defense setting up this touchdown.
And the extra point is blocked, so we've had now back-to-back blocked extra points.
Middlebury, 13.
And that will keep the deficit at 7. So with 5:15 to play in the third quarter, Middlebury leading Burlington South Burlington 13-6. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, Burlington South Burlington getting on the board there with a 2-yard touchdown run. Extra point block, so 13-6. 5:15 to play here in the third quarter. And the kick will be returned, and this time it will be kept by number 5, Ian Fluke, and he spins free. He's tackled at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Mascoma Savings Bank, mutually owned with no shareholders to please. If you want your local event televised into YCN's nearly 300,000 TV households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
So the Tigers taking over here at the 30-yard line. They came right out of the gates in the second half with a 79-yard touchdown kickoff return. Haven't really done much. A couple turnovers, a couple fumbles, and this one Gettleman keeps, or he hands it off. They tricked the defender and they tricked me. That was a good little fake there, but the one defender went in for the quarterback, but the rest of the defenders tackled the correct ball carrier, only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Middlebury running the ball a ton, but they're doing a good job of mixing up who's getting the ball with fake handoffs and direct snaps. But Middlebury in this third quarter have fumbled twice now, so gotta worry about ball protection. I don't think those were forced fumbles. It was just a bobbled on the handoff, so try to clean up their offense a little bit here.
Gettleman hands this one off right up the middle, and fighting for extra yardage is the ball carrier. He doesn't get much. Few yards, maybe that'll bring up third down and long. And you're right, those two fumbles. The first one was the handoff, I believe it was to Buxton maybe. Buxton or Fisher was going for the handoff, and he didn't quite secure the handoff, fumbled it. 3 defenders there to jump on it. And then the other one was Gettleman, just missed. He just pulled back away from the center a little too quick, didn't have the ball. So you're right, 2 fumbles that were not forced. South Burlington able to take advantage of one of those turnovers and get the touchdown on the short field. So third down and long. Gettleman under center here. Buxton going in motion, and Buxton takes the pitch out to the left side. A couple defenders there. He breaks free, and he gets it up for the first down, and then a late hit out of bounds. And Buxton a little fired up there, as you would expect him to be, but you can't go after the players and get yourself a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure who threw Buxton down. Might have been McDonald from Seawolf, but that is an easy flag every time for the refs. They're trying to protect the players as much as possible. And when there's a late hit like that, clearly out of bounds, the ref's going to call that every time. And if you're a head coach, a play like that is going to drive you crazy. That's going to give the Tigers at least 15 yards, maybe more.
15-yard penalty.
Yeah, they're going to get 15 yards. It was at the 44-yard line, I believe.
41.
So,
Where the Tigers
40.
First and 10.
Yeah, it was at the 44-yard line was where the play ended, and then so you get the 15 yards, puts you at the Seawolves 41. And this is the type of drive that we've seen from Middlebury. We grew accustomed to seeing from Middlebury in that first half. Clock-killing drive, 3:30 to play in this third quarter, and Gettleman with the keeper.
Gains a couple
yards. Player down for the Seawolves. And that's Dodson who was shaken up, and he'll call for a sub to come onto the field. He looks to be a little shaken up, and checking in for Dodson is number 59, Seth Cornoyer.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by MJ Harrington, jewelers and designers in Newport, New Hampshire. And you can watch any of our local shows anytime at YCNnow.com.
Inside 3 minutes to play. Gettleman with the snap and the pitch to the man in motion, which is Buxton. He goes around the corner, and he makes 3 Seawolf defenders bring him down, but not before a big gain and another Tiger first down. And this Tigers team has really taken advantage of this drive, and they've had some nice success. Not sure if there was an injury on the field or if the players were just taking a rest, but I believe there was an injured Seawolves player, number 16. Or number 46, excuse me. Oh, I don't. Yeah, 46, Noah Smith.
For Middlebury with the ball on the 19.
He's listed on the roster. He wears 2 numbers, 55 and 46. Depends maybe what position he's playing. So he's off the field. He's okay, though. Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage. 2:39 to play. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Inside the red zone here. Once again, the man goes in motion. The fake handoff, and then the handoff goes to Buxton. He breaks free. He's going to get into the end zone, but a flag on the field.
Buxton goes in, but there's a flag down.
Maybe that's going to be a hold or a
Flag
block in
down
the back.
play.
Because there's that area where you might get a penalty on another wide receiver.
Right.
He's blocking a DB in the back, or he's holding a guy. So the ref's talking this one over. That was a 19-yard touchdown run, obviously pending here before the penalty. And it will go against the Tigers as expected, a holding penalty.
Gonna put the ball back on the.
And it will be a spot foul,
22.
so we'll mark the
So
ball
it's gonna be first and
at the
13.
22-yard line, so really a loss of 3 yards there, first and 13. First down and 13 from the 22-yard line. Gettleman under center. He's got Trudeau behind him, and the pitch goes to Fisher, who is tripped up in the backfield.
Fisher on the carry.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, it's Brett Bowman there on the tackle, the junior getting into the Tigers' backfield, making the tackle. Nice job by him. He's a big guy,
Loss on the play back to
defensive
the
end, also
29,
plays tight end on offense.
where it's gonna
job
be
by
second
Bowman.
long.
Well, a couple of big plays coming up here if you're the Seawolves. You've got a chance to stop the Tigers. Only down a touchdown. Plenty of time left. Second and very long. They're at the 29-yard line. It looks like it's second down and 20. They have to get to the 9. Little confusion on the handoff, and it's another fumble. Ball's down. The Seawolves jump on it.
Covered.
And
By
another
the Seawolves.
botched snap/handoff by Gettleman. He's been involved in all 3 of those fumbles. And the sure-handed Gettleman in the first half has kind of started to fall apart here in the second half. And a little confusion on that handoff. So Seawolves will take over. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 1:32 to play. The Seawolves have just taken advantage of the third Tiger fumble in this third quarter, and the handoff immediately up the middle. Number 32 is going to go all the way. The touchdown, Kai Schmidt. And the 34-yard line was the line of scrimmage. 66-yard touchdown run by Schmidt. And this one is tied up with the extra point to come. It could be tied up, 13-12.
What a run by Schmidt. Got the blocking he needed, blasted through the line, and the Seawolves immediately capitalizing off of another fumble recovery. That touchdown, both of their touchdowns have come off of the turnover. So nice job by the Seawolves defense, and really it felt like Middlebury was driving. They were going to score a touchdown.
And going for 2 are the Seawolves, and falling into the end zone. I don't know if they got it. They did get it, and that was number 12, Manny Dodson, who gets the 2-point conversion and puts Burlington, South Burlington up 14-13. 1:08 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we have now seen South Burlington come alive in this third quarter. Andrew, after 3 fumbles, 2 of them they took advantage of and scored touchdowns.
Yeah, the Seawolves defense coming up big, helping out their offense in the process.
Fisher brought down
And the
at the
kickoff
25.
goes back to about the 25-yard line, and really the only touchdown this quarter given up by the Seawolves was on the special teams on that kickoff to open the second half. So their defense has given up no points, forced 3 fumbles, or even if they haven't really forced any fumbles, they've taken advantage of the fumbles.
Right.
And then their offense scores a couple touchdowns, a 2-point conversion that we just saw, 14-13, and just like that, this game was kind of flipped on its head.
Yeah, the Tigers not forced fumbles with those turnovers, but Seawolves taking advantage. Nice job by their defense.
Gettleman takes the snap and he pitches it back directly to Buxton, and then the tackle looked like maybe he grabbed some face mask, but no flags on the field. So no gain on that play. That'll bring up second down and 10. Clock moving here inside 40 seconds to play in this third quarter, which is really, other than the big kickoff return for a touchdown to open the third quarter, this third quarter has been all Seawolves. A 2-yard touchdown run and a 66-yard touchdown run, both coming off of turnovers. And Gettleman fumbles it again on the pitch, picked up cleanly by the Seawolves. Wow. That one was number 3, Duncan McDonald, and another fumble. The Tigers, they can't get out of this third quarter fast enough.
Wow, huge. 4 fumbles. Really, all of those were earned, if you will, for the Tigers. There were just mistakes by them on handoffs and on a pitch there. And the Seawolves taking advantage. Such a huge third quarter here for the visitors.
So we'll see if the Seawolves can take advantage here. McDonald in the shotgun, 2 running backs behind him. The handoff goes to number 12. That's Dodson, who falls forward for maybe a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to do it for the third quarter of action. A high-scoring third quarter. 3 touchdowns scored in that third quarter. And at the end of 3, the Seawolves lead the Tigers 14-13. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Fourth quarter of action. Pass to the end zone. Jump ball. 2 players going up for. Who came down with it? And it is an interception by the defender.
We're waiting for the call.
They're going to discuss the call to make sure it was correct. It looks like that interception was Zachary Dunn, and they're still discussing it. That was Andrew. That looked like it was a 50-50 ball, and both guys had it.
It'll come out with the 20.
Yeah, I don't know how you determine if it's a touchdown or an interception there. Yeah, it really did seem like both guys had it. They went to the ground. They were still fighting for it.
Well, I know in the NFL, if it's exactly the same, it's the offensive player's ball. If both players have complete possession. But I don't know about in high school if it's the same thing. So the Tigers take over here. Gettleman scrambling around and kind of lost his footing there.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
And that'll be no gain.
No gain in the play, 2nd and 10.
Well, we sure have had some interesting plays to start quarters here in the second half. The beginning of the third quarter was the 79-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and the beginning play in the fourth quarter was an interception that was legitimately a 50-50 jump ball, and the referees decided it was an interception. So Tigers taking over, and another fumble snap, but Gettleman picks it up, but he's down. Was there a flag for an offsides there?
Yeah, I think that's Robbie Mafuda there, number 20 of the Seawolves, jumping a little early again. He's done that a couple times tonight, but might have been a false start. Maybe that's why he jumped. Oh, no flag.
No penalty flag, so the fumble, the fourth fumble of the night, but it was, excuse me, the fifth fumble. Yeah, the fifth fumble. This one was recovered by the Tigers. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10. Gettleman in the under center. Man goes in motion, and he's going to drop back to pass, and he really has no chance as he is driven backwards.
I think that's number 68, Brett Bowman, on the sack. What a huge play.
And a good play, a good series if you're the Seawolves after that really demoralizing interception in the end zone. You don't lose hope, you don't lose faith, and your defense comes out strong and gets a big 3rd down stop and makes the Tigers punt it away from deep in their own territory. Punter lining up in his end zone.
Yeah, puts pressure on the offense right here. Don't want to mess anything up. This could result in a safety. Snap is okay, though.
They get it away, but it will be a short field as the kick is fielded at the 40 and then tackled immediately at the 37-yard line, and that's where the Seawolves will take over, leading 14-13, 10:08 to play in the fourth quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 10:08 to play in this one, or at least in the fourth quarter, 14-13. Seawolves with the lead and the ball. And this is the type of drive where if you're the Seawolves, you got a short field, run some clock, get a score here, and go up possibly by 2 scores.
3, 2nd and 7.
And you go back to that last touchdown, and a good call there by Coach Joe McDonald to go for 2, saying, hey, we have been down this entire game. We finally have some life. Let's try and get the lead, and let's not, mess around here. And they do get the 2-point conversion, and now the lead 14-13.
Tune in every Saturday at 9 p.m. for YCN Sports Wrap, taking a look at local high school sports in our area, followed by Sports Talk, focusing on our region's pro teams with the Salt Hill Pub NFL Picks of the Week.
3rd down and 5. Clock approaching 9 minutes to play. Fourth quarter, Seawolves leading by 1 thanks to their 2-point conversion. And the handoff up the middle, and that one is Schmidt, who's tackled at about the line of scrimmage, maybe gains a half a yard. That'll bring up 4th down, but Andrew, I got to imagine you're going for it here. Or do you punt it and try and pin them deep inside the 10-yard line, or is that too risky at this point?
Yeah, it's hard to say. They're definitely far down the field, 4th down territory, but you got to get 5, 4th and 5. Not the highest success rate on a play like this, but it looks like they're going for it. Big play right here.
4th down and 5. Dropping back to pass, has a man open, and completed.
Pass is incomplete.
Kenzie
Kelly. Was it incomplete? He dropped it. So it looked like he had it. He came up with it.
Ball must have hit the ground.
4-yard line.
So a big stop by the Tigers, and they'll take over now at the 34-yard line. Maybe that'll fire up the Tigers and get them and get their offense into it. Tigers down by 1. Plenty of time left. 8:13 to play in the fourth quarter. Gettleman under center. See if he can bring this team back. The pitch immediately goes to the left side, and that's Buxton, who carries it around the corner, gains a couple of yards.
Sandor on the stop, gain of a couple.
And a couple of yards there, second down and 8. Middlebury has not had a lot of success on the offensive side of the football in this half. After moving the ball nicely in the first half, they came out with the touchdown on the kickoff return, but other than that, have stalled out, fumbling it 4 times, having to punt once. Gettleman under center. This time the handoff goes to Fisher, who cuts it back up the middle for another couple of yards, but flag at the end of the play. I don't know which team that was on, but it was clearly at the end of the play, a dead ball. It's going to be a personal foul. And Seawolves bench doesn't look too happy. The coach was a little animated. And that's going to go against the Seawolves, and not a smart. If there was ever any smart penalties, that certainly was not one of them.
Yeah, once the play is over, committing a flag, that to me is unacceptable as a head coach. And that would have been 3rd and 8. That would have been hard for the Tigers to convert there. But now they get a first down and they're past midfield. That's a huge flag against the Seawolves.
Starting the ball at the 47-yard line, first down and 10. 7:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Gettleman under center. Going in motion is Fisher. Gettleman's going to drop back to pass. He's going deep to Fisher, who's wide open at the 20, and he drops the football at the 20-yard line. He was wide open. Simon Fisher, the senior, in motion. Just tried to run with the ball before he had it.
Yeah, exactly. I think he took his eye off the ball. Maybe the ball was slightly underthrown. He had to turn back to make the reception, but still should have been able to reel that one in just off his fingertips. Yeah, it looked like he turned his head to try to run into the end zone before he made the reception. So that's a huge drop against Middlebury.
Gettleman under center here, second down, and once again Fisher goes in motion, and this one goes to Buxton, who cuts it up the left side and cuts back over the middle, and he'll get almost to the 35-yard line. It looks like he will get a first down. He'll spot it just shy of the 35, but it will be enough for a first down, and as we approach 7 minutes to play, this Middlebury offense coming to life.
Yeah, nice run there by Buxton, making a number of guys miss down the field. Picked up a first down. He's been really solid tonight. Tyler Buxton, the junior.
Fisher goes in motion again. Gettleman going to keep it himself. Dodges a couple tacklers.
Gettleman on the keeper, gets up close to the 30.
And then a nice gain there by Gettleman after dodging some would-be tacklers, gaining about 5 yards, and they'll bring up second down and 5. Clock continuing to move. If you're the Tigers, I don't think you're going to keep the ball for the rest of the game, but as much time as you can, let it run off the clock before you get in the end zone, and don't give the Seawolves too much time left. Gettleman gets the snap, and the handoff, that one is to Buxton off the left side, and that brings up a third down and about 4.
I believe that was Nathaniel Scandor, number 4 there from the Seawolves, making the tackle, reaching out and grabbing the Tiger ball carrier. Nice tackle by him.
So third down and 4. Man in motion, Gettleman under center. Handoff up the middle, goes the ball carrier, Trudeau. And it looks like he has enough for the first down. Want to be close, though, where they're going to spot it.
Ball just shy of the 25.
So they're going to ask for a measurement. We'll bring up fourth down and short if they don't get it.
Again, tomorrow, Middlebury Cross Country, we're traveling over to Harwood for their invitational track meet at our cross country.
So the measurement looks like he has it by 2/3 of a football length. So a first down there, and Middlebury with a big first down now. 5:30 to play, and this is getting into that territory where they can really milk some time off the clock.
Really, got to think what they want to do here. They are in the driver's seat. They could score and take the lead here, but with just over 5 minutes left, playing the clock would be a good idea. Try to run the ball here.
So Gettleman keeps it himself after the double fake handoff, and he's sacked in the backfield. And a loss of yardage there.
Brad Bowman there. The junior, such a big guy. He's been a big force on defense. Made a number of very solid plays.
32.
And he has got to be
It's going
tough
to be 2nd and 15.
to block him. Look at him, number 68. Big guy there.
So second down and long inside 5 minutes. Gettleman once again under center. Buxton in motion. Now give it to Buxton. He'll go with the halfback pass. Has a wide open receiver and completed to Zachary Dunn for the touchdown.
And there is a flag, but I think it was because I think McDonald tackled Dunn in the end zone after he'd already crossed the line. So that flag should be added on to the kickoff. But what a play there. Tyler Buxton getting the ball, dropping back to pass, finding Dunn. Touchdown Tigers. And we said they might try to work the clock here, but taking the lead as quickly as possible. 4.5 to go, now up by 5. Nice job by the Tigers.
A little trickery late. Kind of lulling this Seawolves team to sleep, and then throwing in the big halfback pass and the 30-yard touchdown pass.
Unsportsmanlike against.
So you were right there with the unsportsmanlike after the touchdown. So the yardage will be assessed after the kickoff. And here you got a 2-point conversion attempt, I would imagine. You're only up 5, so
Middlebury will now attempt the extra point.
they will line up for 2. Gettleman under center. He's got Trudeau directly behind him. Man in motion is Fisher. Gettleman's going to drop back to pass. I believe there's a flag on the field, and it's
Extra point attempt, no good.
no good, but there is a penalty flag on the field.
Score, Middlebury 19, Burlington, South Burlington 14. There may be a flag down, we're not sure.
So the penalty is going to be declined because it was against the Tigers, and the nice defensive stop by the Seawolves. So with 4:30 to play here in the fourth quarter, the Tigers lead the Seawolves 19-14. We're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by New London Hospital, an affiliate of Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Tigers taking the lead, and then the kickoff will go into the end zone, and you can't return it out of the end zone. Safety precautions. If you catch it in the end zone, you stay there, and you get the touchback. So that's where the Seawolves will take over at the 20-yard line, trailing 19-14.
Now premiering every Saturday night at 6 p.m. is Yankee Chronicle, followed by Vermont Rap with Keith Hansen. Compelling interviews and provocative commentary regarding today's hot-button political and social issues in Vermont.
1st and 10 from the 20.
First down and 10, inside 4.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. A back and forth second half. Thanks to a bunch of turnovers by the Tigers, the Seawolves were able to get back into it and then eventually take the lead going in on the 2-point conversion. And then the extra point, or the 2-point conversion failed on the Tigers' attempt. 19-14 lead here and an injury timeout. Just step aside, you're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week, fourth quarter. Seawolves with the ball, second down and 10, and the handoff off the left side goes for a few yards there. That one was number 32, and that's Schmidt. Third down and 5. They have to get to the 30-yard line for a first down. They're at the 25. Clock moving. Inside 3:40 to play. Seawolves don't need to hurry up here, but they got to play with a little bit of a sense of urgency. McDonald in the shotgun. Oh, handoff is almost dropped by Schmidt, and then it is fumbled. But he's down before the ball comes out. That'll bring up fourth down. Andrew, now if you're the Seawolves, you trust your defense, you punt it away, and hope you can get the ball back. I mean,
yeah, it's tough to say with 3 minutes left here. I mean, you are backed up way near your own end zone. Tough call. I think you probably punt it away because your defense has recovered a number of turnovers.
So we'll see what they do out of the timeout. 3:02 to play. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome back. Fourth down. Burlington, South Burlington coming out as if they were going to go for it, so the Tigers took a timeout themselves, and now we are back and ready to go. 4th and 8. Dropping back to pass is McDonald, has a man, completes the pass, gets the first down, and is tackled, and that one was complete to Diawara. And a big first down. Andrew, we were debating that during the timeout. What would they do?
Right.
And a good play there. Good call by Coach McDonald.
Yeah, it was a good call. Duncan McDonald finding his man, Diawara. Big reception by him. That's a clutch play by the Seawolves.
So first down and 10. Inside 3 minutes to play. Plenty of time. And McDonald's going to go deep, and it's intercepted at the 46-yard line. Intercepted by Buxton, and then the ball's loose, and luckily for the Tigers, they fall on it. But Buxton comes up with a big interception.
Tyler Buxton, he's been a force tonight, mostly on offense, but they're on defense, making a huge play. That is a killer right there for the Seawolves. And I was thinking as Buxton was running that back, he's better off just going down. And he did fumble it, but luckily for the Tigers, they recovered. That is a huge play by Middlebury, their defense stepping up big time.
And now the Seawolves defense is going to have to step up. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can force a turnover on downs or a punt. And they start off nicely with a big defensive stop there, tackling Ian Plouffe. For a loss of yardage, and no timeout is taken as the clock continues to move. I guess they figure we'll let them run the play clock down here, and then we'll use our timeouts after second down and after third down.
Yeah, I think that's the right call there, and that was Minnie Dodson in on that tackle. Tigers loss of yards in that play.
Middleman under center, and the Tigers want to take a timeout. So 1:49 to play, 19-14 Tigers with the lead over the Seawolves. Step aside, you're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, final 1:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. Gettleman under center, second down and long. 2 timeouts left for the Seawolves, so if they get a stop here, they have a chance to get the ball back, and they do get another stop. This one again goes to Plouffe, and he's not able to get anywhere. Almost goes out of bounds, which really would have
Flag
hurt,
down on the play.
but there is a flag down.
Yeah, maybe a late hit. Seemed like the Seahorses sideline, they were not happy with that call. Not sure if they thought it was a bad flag or not, but
And if that's a late hit, that's an automatic first
right.
down. This game is virtually over.
yeah.
But Gettleman has fumbled some snaps tonight and
Right.
handoff, so you never know what can happen. And they're only going to march off
Face mask to call.
5 yards, so it was a 5-yard face mask.
Unintentional 5-yard penalty. Puts the ball on the 20.
Oh, they'll
Or it's gonna be
replay
second and
that
5.
down, and it will be second down and about 5 yards.
Timeout.
And Burlington will take their timeout, stop the clock, we'll step aside. Come right back, 1:34 to play. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by LaValley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
5 for Middlebury.
Welcome back, 1:34 to play. Second down and 5. Tigers with the football and the 19-14 lead. Big play coming up here. Gettleman under center. Buxton in motion. Gettleman's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get anywhere. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up third down.
Gain 2 or
And a
3.
timeout on the field. The Seawolves using their final timeout, and it'll bring up
Schedule
third
on the
down
stop.
and 4. And we've got a close one here because they can't stop the clock anymore.
Right.
Ball's
A
on the 18.
first down here obviously ends the
Timeout
game,
on the field.
but if they don't get the first down, they're still going to have a little bit of time to tick off the clock, and then obviously on fourth down you're going to go for it.
Yep.
So you got two tries here.
Right. I think now is a good time to talk about our HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. I think we're going to go ahead and give that one to number 14, Tyler Buxton, the junior from Middlebury. He had a really solid night running the ball. He also made a 30-plus yard touchdown pass, and he also intercepted that ball that really ended the game, in my opinion. So Tyler Buxton having a huge night for his team. Congratulations to the junior.
Timeout.
So a big third down coming up here. 3rd and 3. They get the first down. This one's over. If they don't get the first down, they'll run some time off and try it again on 4th down. Gettleman under center. Trudeau behind him. Plouffe goes in motion. Hands to Trudeau. Barreling forward, spinning forward, and getting the first down. And that's going to ice this game as the Tigers with a first down and 10, and we have had some interesting snaps tonight, but assuming nothing of the former, no bad snaps, this one's over.
Yeah, as long as they don't fumble the ball here, nothing bad happens. Just going to kneel this. That is going to do it. Nice win by the Tigers, 7-0 at halftime. Gave up a couple of touchdowns, gave up the lead in that third quarter, but fought back to retake the lead, up by 5 now. And we're under a minute to play.
So the Middlebury Tigers with a big win defending their home turf, coming off a huge win at Burton. Not sure how they were going to respond, if it was going to be a letdown spot or not, and it clearly was not, as they will win this one 19-14. The final snap there, that should do it. I believe the play clock will give them enough time to run this one out. If not, they'll have to take one more snap. And the South Burlington Seawolves losing their second straight. So Middlebury improves to 4-3. Burlington, South Burlington falls to 4-3. And the final score here, Middlebury 19, Burlington, South Burlington 14. For Andrew Zerhide, I'm Jeremy Stout. Thanks for watching the YCN Game of the Week.